Hey, what's up? Merry Christmas to you all, guys. Today I have a new build that I want to show you, and this is my new Tesla coil with the GU81M. Recently out of my latest videos, you can imagine that I built a new Tesla coil with this tube when you've seen the videos. And yeah, I just want to talk a little bit about it and want to show you the specs and what I built in this thing and what I tried. Yeah, that's a build. I want a build that can run a little bit longer than my previous models with the PL36, because my old Tesla coils only can run for about 10-15 seconds on full power, and then the tube's glowing red, and that was what's cool, but the output was good, but this was a little bit, every time when I switch it on I got a little bit nervous about the tubes. That's because I bought a new one, a bigger tube. Yeah, and now I built this Tesla coil that I can run a little bit longer. Yeah, where did I start? I think we start here on the beginning. Yeah, my power lines came from, I also did this, built this box. One switch is on, I have the heater here because it's really cold here. Yeah, I wanted to start with a little bit safety, because switching on and off the Tesla coils just with only a switch, and you know, these here, this was a little bit sketchy. I don't want to do that again, so now I built this box. Here I can switch the heaters and have a power resistor that I switch on and off for full power, and on with the power resistor to preheat the tube a little bit, because the filament draws a really big current and I want to limit the switch on current on the tube to get not so hard on the tube. Yeah, so here I have just different switches, and I just can kill everything. They have breakers for it. Yeah, it's 3-phase system. Yeah, that goes into the Tesla coil. There I have a little ballast transformer. Now I'm on 190 volts. I trying to go higher on 230. I have 230 here. This yeah, is missing. But the two transformers draw too much current and the breaker pops every time. So that's because I limit the current a little bit with this transformer. Yeah, this goes into the two microwave oven transformers, but these are not in serials, these are in parallel. So I can switch them into series and I can push the tube even more. So now I have an output from about 60-65 centimeters, or a little bit over 2 foot with this tube. I even can push this a little bit more when I switch these transformers in serials, but I don't want to push the tube too far, and I want to show, or I want to look by myself how far I can push this tube with a little bit lower anode voltage. So that's because I drive it a little bit lower voltage, but more amps. That's because I have 2 transformers. Yeah, there I have diodes for the voltage doubler, 3 amps, many diodes in series. There I have the microwave oven caps. These are 8 pieces in total, all in parallel. I can switch the configuration to series, so I can do this in series and caps in series, and I can drive this Tesla coil with higher voltage, but yeah, I just don't want to do it. There I have the cap that draws the RF peaks to the ground to save my diodes and caps. Yeah, further on we have the heater supply for the big tube, because that draws about 10 amps, more or less than 10 amps at 12.6 volts. Now I'm on 12.7, 12.8 volts. That's just okay for it, and it draws, I think, 9.8 amps on the heater. There I have a little vent to cool down the tube, and also to cool down the feedback network, the resistors, because they get quite warm after driving this for a while. Yeah, that's my resonant caps for the primary. These are doorknob caps, 2 pieces of 100 picofarads and 2 pieces of 800 picofarads in series, so I have 400, and in total I have 600 pico, so that's good for this application. Yeah, the primary have about 40 turns of 2.5 mil wire, or diameter is 1.78 millimeters, I think. There I have the feedback coil. I still experiment really much with that. I tried so many different things. It was awesome. This do very much. So when you build a Tesla coil, try to experiment with different winding ratios and different wire thickness. This does really a lot. Yeah, there we have the secondary. This is 30 centimeters long, or 1 foot. Starts around the same height of the primary. So we have a little top load. I wanna change it to a bigger top load, but I have to wait because I'm broke now. I have to buy a bigger top load, so I have to wait for that. Yeah, I think that was it for now. I installed little cooling fins in there to cool down even more the resistors, because they get quite warm there. Not really hot, but yeah, I think it's better for them to don't push them too far. Yeah, that's quite a fun build. And what's really good about it, I can drive this a really long time without overheating the tube. This was my main the main thing I wanna get with this VTTC, because many VTTCs you can't drive them for really long because the tubes overheat or the transformers overheat or whatever. But in this application, the transformers, after 3 minutes full power, they're getting slight warm, not hot, and the tube getting red plates after 1.5 minutes, but it's not orange, so it's just slightly red and getting brighter over the time. But I can drive this application for real for 3 or 4 minutes without problems. Things not getting too hot. Yeah, now I can show you that. I think I show you a little long run. There we go. I have set up everything. There's the Tesla coil, and I have hung up a tape roll here, and this sits about 60 centimeters above this coil, or the breakout point of the coil, to show you how big the arcs are. Yeah, so we can start. Oh yeah, here I have the staccato control. I have here min and maximal. On the max, it's just like without staccato. I also can reach the staccato with this switch, but don't need for, because on the maximal speed the staccato is just like disabled and the tube runs on full power. Yeah, so I'll switch this on. The tube preheats a little bit. So when it's slightly warm, I can go full power on the heater. Then I can switch on the staccato. You can see it here. Oh. So I have to make it a little bit darker here. So now I switch on the power. Then I can regulate the power with the staccato. Funny thing about this is, in the beginning video where I switched it on, the arcs are different to now. I don't know why. I just moved the Tesla coil on my bench to do the video. Now I moved it back and the arcs look a little bit different. So this shows this is very unstable or unstable, and I don't know why. So there we have full power. On the full power mode, I would say the arcs are about 50 centimeters long, but they are growing up when the tube gets hotter. Now the tube can see it. No, the tube is still cold. We came back later. I can show you when it's glowing red. So now I just let it run, and we will see how long this can run without issues. Let's look at the tube. Okay, it's getting slightly warmer now. I get really mild red plates. Plates, okay, it's looking on the video, the plates look much brighter. It's just not the case. The plates now are a little bit red, but not orange like on the video. Now the arcs are a little bit bigger than on the beginning, because the red, the tube getting quite hot now and conducted a little bit more current. Okay, now the plate is red, the tube is nice, red hot. The arcs almost bring up to 60 centimeters. Now the tube is getting a little bit brighter on the red side, almost a dark orange. So now I think I have to switch slowly back to this staccato. Now the tube goes back to a just dark red. And I think that's a good state the tube is in. Tube is nice hot. Output is nice. Yeah, and I can just let it run like this. Nothing will fail. When I go even lower on the staccato, the arcs sometimes grow over 60 centimeters, sometimes up to 65. Yeah. And the tube is just back to normal. So guys, I think that's it. for this. So I have a second tube and I will experiment a little bit more. But yeah, how I said, I now have to get more parts to build a second one, and yeah, I know I need more time to build a second one because this is really time consuming. I just worked around 2 weeks on this, like every day around 8 to 10 hours because I had time, but now I have to get back to real life because I always sitting in my at home and building Tesla coils. So, then have a nice day. Bye bye.